Hi everybody, welcome to the Ben Taylor podcast, the home and marine industry insights. Today we're focusing on crew management. I'm here with David Kneen. Welcome to the podcast, good to see you.
Thank you, Ben.
So let's have some context, a bit of background. Who are you, where have you been, what have you done?
Right, well, yeah, obviously said, I'm David Kneen. I'm Director and Head of Crew Employment of Cornerstone Crew Management. And yes, we employ superyacht crew. Personally, I've been in background in the finance sector. So I had 15 years in the finance sector before I moved into yachting. And I've been with Cornerstone for the last 6 years.
And what was it like coming from finance to yachting?
It wasn't such a big transition because the side I was in looked after the ownership structures of yachts.
Okay, so you're still familiar with the industry and that whole kind of like unique structure and sector, yeah?
Yeah, just on the different side of it now.
Okay.
And I must admit, it's more rewarding than the finance side because you're actually dealing with tangible assets like people and individuals, and you're making a difference on their lives sometimes.
I was going to say, you strike me as someone who just cares about people's welfare. So to be looking after them from a HR perspective in all these quite complex scenarios, to be honest, on board yachts, it's just a good sense of purpose as well as a good business. So happy days.
Yeah, well, I find when a crew member has a problem, it's a genuine problem. Something's gone wrong in their life, or there's a problem. So if you can help them, whatever the resolution is, come to that resolution. And they've got a smile on the face, well then I've got a smile on my face. I've done my job basically.
Yeah.
So if the crew are happy, the captain's happy, like you said before, it makes the owner happy. So
yeah. And just quickly, in terms of a scope of the crew management that you can help with, what is involved in that? What's included?
It's literally everything. I can go through a long list. So it's like the employment, the setting up the crew member on the system, setting up the contracts of employment, the SEAs, helping with travel, helping with visas, helping with insurance,
right,
health
so
insurance.
It is properly, you've got a crew member on board, we're going to look after all that.
Yeah.
Just the reality of employing them.
Yeah, it's like any other business on land. You have a HR department which takes care of all these things. Well,
you need that at
we're
sea as
on
well.
land, but they're all at sea.
Yeah.
So, but they need someone to get in contact with if they've got a need. So, and we encourage all our captains, all the managers to
and they
tell
need
them
that
to get
expertise.
in touch.
The frustrating thing I keep on coming across is, it's the captain's responsibility or someone else's responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of think, well, a captain's very, very good at managing a vessel. That's fine. But they've got enough to do with that. They're not an employment law expert.
No.
They're not in finance. They don't have that background. So that kind of support becomes really, really valuable, really useful.
And you said it, that's the word, support. It is support of all kinds. Yeah. We come across different things all the time, things that we've never came across before, different problems, and it's okay. We'll find a way. We'll find an answer to it. We'll do research if needs be, and we will help you out.
Yeah, and you'll tap into your expertise because you've probably seen it on board another boat before.
Yeah. It's always there's normally similarities, but it's just diligent, and you've got to, within the sort of first 5 to 10 minutes of speaking to a crew member, really figure out what the actual problem is.
Yeah.
Is it a genuine problem, or is it just
and how serious is it? What is sensible
forward,
to
and then you just coach them through. So, but no, it's fulfilling. It's rewarding for me, and I work with a great team as well back in the office. So allows me to do get out
do
and
the
about,
fancy stuff,
do the Palmer stuff.
I suppose the unique or the useful position of Cornerstone is an independent party that can say, okay, here's what's really best for the crew. Yeah. And how does that work? Why does that help being so independent?
Like I said before, every situation is different. So having the knowledge to a question's raised, it could be anything to do with I don't know, even questions on tax. We're not tax experts, but we know the people who to refer the crew to go and get the tax advice.
Right. Okay.
So basically anything HR. So if you were a business in the UK and you had 200 employees, there's a HR department.
Yeah.
So that's who you go to when you need something, personal something. Well, that's us in the crewing industry. So it's anything HR.
Okay.
Come to me with a query.
So what's a typical situation where the crew are looked after in a different way, and then by engaging with Cornerstone, they kind of see a different way of operating? What's the difference there?
I think our SP is we don't operate as a call center, if you like. We have a direct line of contact. So with every captain that we deal with, any manager, they've got a direct line of contact. It's like a hotline. They know who they're speaking to. They know that person knows the boat. They know that person knows the crew. So it's a familiarity as well. And the relationships you forge with the manager and the captains goes a long way.
Yeah, especially when things go wrong.
Especially when
That's
things
when
go
you need
wrong.
the relationship.
And
yeah.
it's when they need you and they phone you and you answer and there's no hesitation. It's not, oh, who are you? Oh, what boat are you on?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, I don't deal with that one. And this guy's at the other end of the phone going, I need help now.
You know, it's Captain David, you're on board, sailing your anomaly, right, okay, I get it, let's go. They have context right from the start,
So we're on first name terms with most of the captains, and it's like, we're here to help. You know, never stress, just give us a call. And we're 24/7. Emergencies.
I bet you enjoy that one.
Yeah. Please, emergencies.
So why does everything go wrong at 3 a.m?
It's sod's law. It's the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's sod's law. It's the weekend. So the other difference with Cornerstone is we basically have a one yacht, one company policy. So we operate limited liability companies for each yacht we manage with its own bank account. So for the owners, there's no cross-contamination of assets. There's no cross-contamination of funds, salary funds.
Yeah.
So everything's completely separate, and we think that gives extra security for the owners.
Right, I suppose it just becomes really clean from an accounting perspective,
It is.
auditing, all that kind of thing.
It is.
Here's exactly what's happened on the boat with your crew. It's one account, it's one company, it's just, it's there, that's it.
Yeah, so that's a great benefit, I think, and it does give a lot of reassurance to the owners.
Can you tell us a story? Just like
Tell you a story.
where, you know, something's happened on board a boat that perhaps shouldn't happen, and where you've really been able to help, where it's just, you know, you're in the right position. They go, look, this situation's taken place. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
this has happened.
I've got to be careful because it's such a small industry, and I'm not going to be dropping any name.
That's fine. Yeah.
There's various things from crew members being injured and not being able to continue and wanting to go home and be repatriated, and then being told they're not allowed, and we're like, well, that's completely incorrect.
Yeah.
What are the circumstances? We'll have a chat with the relevant people, and make sure they get home.
Yeah.
Crew walking off from port because they're unhappy and things like that, and have to get on the phone and entice them back.
Oh right, they're literally just abandoning the boat and going, right, okay, I've had enough, I'm off, see ya.
Become emotional, had a cry and then walked off. And I know it's a tough industry, isn't it? But then sort of bringing them back in, trying to explain to them that you need to go back to the boat. You know, I know it's upsetting, but if you want to leave, I spoke to the captain.
This is best for you.
You go home, but you need to go back to the boat. And by the way, your passport's at port security. You really need to go back. We need to go back. We can resolve this. We can find that there was a solution to the problem.
Yeah.
You know, and it's understanding people and their needs, and trying to and quickly understanding what their needs are.
So I'm getting the impression there's two sides of this. There's a crew wellness side, which is genuinely protecting the crew. Yeah. And then also from a commercial perspective, it's making sure that the retention is slightly higher of crew. It's less risk for the yacht itself, etc.
Crew retention is crucial, especially for for the cost for the owners, and the yacht managers. It's crucial, and we love a high turnover crew because it's good for business. But no, we do like to sort of maximise crew retention wherever possible, and I think having a direct line with the captains, being on call for them, speaking regularly, and our advice to them is before you make any decision, before you talk to any crew, pick the phone up.
Yeah, have a nice conversation, it helps.
And then we can say, anything's possible, but it's got to be done in the right way. That protects you, protects the crew member, and also protects the owner. So it's like we're in the middle, and we've got to please everybody. But when we get it right, there is no comeback.
Yeah,
you know.
and you start to build trust. You get some longevity out of crew. You get that loyalty, and suddenly things start to work. And I always think, I mean, we've come on board a beautiful boat, Southern Yacht Anomaly, and you can see as soon as you're on board whether the crew are happy or not, whether they've said anything. There's a feeling about it, isn't there? And so from when it comes to the owner's experience and their expectations, happy crew,
happy owner
actually makes a lot of difference.
It does.
Yeah.
Spoke to a few people while we've been down here in Palma. It's lovely, and they said about crew payroll. I said, crew payroll's easy. Anyone, a trained monkey can do crew payroll, but it's the human side of it. It's the actual dealing with human beings on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables there.
Someone's always going to have a problem.
Yeah.
And every day's different, which is why it's enjoyable as well.
Yeah, and so where is this heading? Is there? I've just come across from the Mediterranean Super Yacht Forum a lot about crew welfare, but then also just expectations of any employee, never mind a yacht crew, when they're on board in terms of their compensation, their rights, what motivates them. It's very, very different. Mm-hmm. So where is kind of, I suppose, the culture of crew heading for onboard yachts?
Culture's changing. It's how do I say it? There seems to be the younger crew aren't as tough maybe as they used to be, and it's just the way the world is and how people are brought up. A lot of them have never been told no in their lives before. A lot of them, and this is going to make you laugh, but a lot of them, they might see below decks and go, "Oh, look at that pretty little island.
It's going to be like that.
Look at them, that's going to be fantastic." And then the actual reality is, it can be fantastic.
Yeah.
But
it has its moments, but there's a lot in between.
Hard work and dedication, and you're going to be told no, or you're going to be told to work harder. And if you get upset about stuff like that, then maybe it's not the career for you.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one because I suppose it takes a different type of leadership today because you're dealing with a different crew member if they're more junior crew members.
Yeah.
And it's a different way of operating. It's often not. I suppose it's more difficult for leaders, but it's also just fundamentally different from how things operated 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah. And also you got captains, very, very educated, very able individuals who can move these massive yachts around, but sometimes their sort of HR, their personnel skills don't match their ability to drive the boat. So, and that's where we step in. It's like, we can deal with that for you. You don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
You let us know what the issues are, and we'll come up with a solution.
Yeah.
We've got years of experience.
Is there a bit more accountability around today as well? Because there's
a lot more
lots of traceability. The horror story of this was sent on WhatsApp, and it's then evidence effectively.
It's a new world, isn't it? It's a new media world, but we always find that if you do things right, that's why I said before, don't make any snap decisions. Phone us first. Yeah, even if you want to dismiss a crew member or someone's resigned, and how do you handle it? There's ways of getting it. It can easily go wrong.
Yeah.
But just doing it right, by the book, in accordance with the contracts. Like I say, every situation's different, but before you make a move, speak to us. We'll make sure it's done right, and then everyone's protected. Crew members protected, you're protected as the captain, and the owner's like, oh, please. And we're protected as well, because at the end of the day, as the employer, if it goes wrong, we'll be the ones on the end of the hook, defending it. So, just don't make any snap decisions. Get it right first time.
Yeah, and so if new build starting to consider employing crew, what are the things that should be in their mind for let's get this right? Like a couple tips, a quick fire round.
Okay.
what should they be considering? What are the top ones?
What should they be considering, and what are they considering? It's two different things.
Yes.
A lot of the time it's, I need a payroll company. So who's out there, who's on the market, who's the cheapest? And a lot of times, cheapest wins. But then, who's handling the human side of it, who's dealing with the HR, who's, oh, now we're going to have to employ someone to do the HR.
Right, so consider the wider scope of what's actually going to take place with crew.
Exactly. Yeah. You're dealing with individuals, and there's always going to be issues of some kind. So we do the payroll. Of course we do. It's part of what we do. But like
you also deal with people.
25 days of the month when we're not doing payroll, we're resolving. We're helping people out. We're helping the captain run his boat. He's got enough to do driving the vessel or piloting the vessel.
Yeah, I'm running it. You know? Yeah. And then so I've got a closing question. I'm gonna read it out exactly because it's important. So what is the cost of getting crew management and crew operations wrong? What's the bottom line commercial reason to get someone like Cornerstone to sort out all your crew?
Oh, it's a minefield. It's sort of what's the word I'm trying to say? The sort of least that can go wrong is it's going to cost the owner thousands. You know, but it could go even further than that. The boat could end up being arrested. You know, we could end up in court defending an unfair dismissal case, or you know, there's many things that could go wrong if you don't get it right the first time. If the captain makes a snap decision and does get it wrong, and believe me, they have.
I'm sure.
They have for all the right reasons, but then we've gone, right, okay, thanks for that.
And it's too late.
Right, it's too late, we're backpedaling now. And there's been a couple of occasions where it's happened where it hasn't gone legal, it's not gone to court, but the owner's had to make a payout. And it's been in the thousands. And that's purely because you didn't seek advice before you made the decision. And then that's on the captain, then he's in trouble. And then his job could be it.
Yeah, and it cascades, it self-perpetuates. You're just like, oh, if you did this right in the first place, it would have been fine.
Right. Please call us.
Yeah. It'll be worth it,
Please
I promise.
tell us what's going on, and then we can... Yeah. So, I mean, the bottom line is, we're not just payroll. We are full crew HR, and we pride ourselves in the personal touch, having a great relationship with the captains and managers alike. We deal with some great managers as well. And so, you know, get it right.
And you do a damn good job.
Yeah, do a good job. And just be passionate about what you do, basically.
Yeah. It tends to be the people that care do a damn good job.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way.
It's not hard, is it? It's not hard at the end of the day. Yeah.
For sure. All right, David, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Cheers. Everybody, if you enjoy content like this, make sure you're following here to see plenty more of it. All being well, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.